Hello everyone, I'm Paul and this is problem 3761. Minimum absolute distance between mirror pairs. This is a medium one and next I will show you my thought process and efficient solution. We are given an integer array nums and we need to get the minimum absolute distance between the indices of any mirror pair. In case you know what this is, it's just a pair where we have a number to the right that's equal to the reversed version of the same number to the left. For example, here we have a mirror pair because if we reverse the number to the left, here we get 54 and now these two numbers are equal. And this is important. Remember that we need to reverse the number to the left. For example, here we can't reverse this number. This is not valid. And this is important also. We need to remove leading zeros after reversing the number. For example, if we take this pair, we can reverse this number and get 0 to 1, but we need to remove leading zeros, so the reverse number is 21. Now 21 is equal to this number, so here we have a valid pair. So we need to get the minimum absolute distance between the indices of any mirror pair, and if there's no mirror pair, we return -1 instead. If we are given this input, we have three mirror pairs, this one, and this one. And the minimum absolute distance is given by either this pair or this pair. In both cases, the distance is 1, so the result is 1. This happens to be the minimum distance that we can get in this input. So what's my thought process? Whenever I see the word pair, I'm automatically thinking about iterating every possible pair. For this, I check the constraints and we can have up to 10 to the power of 5 numbers in this array. So if we iterate every possible pair, this requires big O of n squared time complexity. And here n can be up to 10 to the power of 5. This to the power of 2 is a very large number. So this will throw time limit exceeded. This means that we have to think about something else. The key here is that we can go from left to right and keep track of the reverse version of the numbers that we have already seen, so that when we are at some other index, we check if we have already seen the current number. And if we did, we have a valid pair and we can have a result with a very large number because we are trying to get the minimum possible number, so it's reasonable to start from something like positive infinity. And here, every time we keep the minimum between what we have in the result and the distance for the current valid pair. This is index 0, this is index 1. The distance here is 1 minus 0, which is 1. And 1 is smaller than infinity, so we replace this with 1. Now the question is, how can we keep track of the reverse version of the numbers that we have already seen? Well, for this we can use a map. Here we store the reverse version of the numbers that we see as keys, and values are the last index in which we see each number. So we go from left to right from index 0. The reverse version of this number without trailing zeros is 21. So we add 21 as a key, and the value is the current index, which is 0. Next we are here at index 1, and the number is 21. So we check if we have already seen the reverse version of this number. Here in the map we have 21 at index 0, so we can take the current index 1 minus this index 0, and the result is 1. This means that this is a valid pair and the distance is 1. So we have a result with positive infinity initially, and now we keep the minimum between what we have here and 1. Now we need to reverse this number, so we get 12, and we need to add this to our map. So we add 12 as a key, and the value is the last index in which we saw this, index 1. Next we are here and we don't have 45 in the map, so we reverse the number and get 54, and now we add here 54, and the value for this is the current index, which is 2. Next we are here, the number is 54, and we have it in the map at index 2. So we take the current index 3 minus this index 2, and the result is 1. The distance between these two elements is 1. and the minimum between 1 and 1 is 1, so we keep this in the result. Now if we reverse this, we get 45. So we go to our map and add 45. The value for this is the current index 3, and now we can continue. Finally, we are here and the number is 21. And we do have 21 in the map at index 0. So we are looking at this pair. Now we can take the value corresponding to the current index 4 minus the last index for 21, 0, the result is 4. This means that the distance of this pair is 4, and now we can do the minimum between 1 and 4, which is 1, so we keep 1 in the result. And now we need to add the reversed version of this number into our map. So we go to 12, and we need to replace this with the current index. This is index 4, so the new value here is 4. And maybe you're wondering, why do we keep track of the last index every time? Why 4 instead of 1? And the answer is that we don't care about 1 anymore. Let's say that we step into a 12 next. We can form a valid pair with index 4 or with index 1. But index 4 is way closer. The distance of this pair is smaller than the distance of this pair. That's why we can forget about this index and keep only the last index. That's why here we have a 4. The result of this example is 1. And by doing this, we are solving the problem in big O of n because we have to iterate every number times log base 10 of the maximum number in the array. Why? Well, because this is the amount of digits that we can have as a maximum in these numbers. And if we look at the constraints, we can have up to 10 digits. So this is a very small number. We could say that time complexity here is roughly big O of n. And space complexity is big O of n also because we have to build this map. So with this in mind, let's see how to code this up. First, we need a map for reverse numbers. This is empty initially, and we can see that the result is positive infinity. Now we can iterate every index and number in enumerate nums, and every time we are checking if we have already seen the current number, meaning if we have n in our map. In this case, we can update the result with the minimum between what we have in the result and the distance of the current valid pair, which is given by the current index minus what we have in the map at the current number. Now we need to get the reverse version of the current number, and the most straightforward way to do this in Python is we can transform the number into a string, and now we can take a substring from index 0 up to the last index in steps of -1. So now we can transform this back into an integer like this, and by doing this we are automatically removing leading zeros, which is what we want. Now we can say reversed at the current reversed number is equal to the current index. This is the last time that we saw this number. So now we can just return result, but this might be positive infinity still, in which case we don't have any mirror pairs, so we need to return -1. Here we can return result if result is different from infinity, else -1. And now this is the entire code. So let's submit this and see if it works. As you can see, this works and it's very efficient. So if you found this useful, please drop a like, subscribe, and see you in the next one. Bye bye.